let's go to the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta plus 220 to win this division. Michael Penix in at quarterback. Kirk Cousins last year. It didn't go well. Coming off a torn Achilles, Michael Penix comes in the last few games of the year. Somehow blew the division last year. I think we forget that Atlanta really should have won this division last year. And Penix and the Falcons somehow figured out a way to choke this away, somehow not make the playoffs at the end of last season. Regardless,
they closed the year, Karter. 2 overtime losses. Washington, Carolina to blow it. They were 2-6 in their last 8 games, so you're right.
Yep. Awful. And then you got the Falcons, the great weapons, Bijan Robinson. You got Drake London. They've invested a ton into their offensive line. They have drafted a ton on defense. They're trying to improve on defense, which was some of the worst pass rushing I've ever seen last year outside of Carolina. Dylan, are the Falcons winning this division?
No, because I just told you the Bucs were. But I will say this. Defense was a huge point of contention last year, and they tried to address that. All the players they got in the draft were defensive players. Last year, they were the 3rd worst-rated tackling team. It's going to be very tough to win games like that no matter how good your offense is. And they showed a lot of defensive players the door, and they get new blood in. So it's almost like we talked about in college football, Miami, the secondary. It was so bad. You get all these transfers in. It's almost like it can't be worse. So we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out for the Atlanta defense. Can I ask a question? Question you guys aren't going to like. Permission?
Yep. Granted.
Are we 100% sure, 100% sure, that this is Michael Penix's team?
Yes.
I think so.
We're 100% sure.
Yes.
I am not so sure.
Well, you see somebody still in the roster hanging around.
I think there's a real opportunity that there's a gentleman at the quarterback position that is eating up dollar bills like he's playing Hungry Hungry Hippo that might see the field if things do not start off well for Michael Penix. Because you guys said it, 2-6 in your last 8 games, 2 overtime losses while you're in a playoff race. We can't be 100% sure that it's going to be Penix no matter what happens.
But if you bring in Cousins mid-season, and what does that do for your future? What does that do? What does that say to Michael Penix, who you invested a first-round pick in? I think you just got to ride it now.
And not just
you
a
invest so
first-round
much
pick.
in the offensive line and the defense, though. It's almost like, hey, we're doing this now type deal.
Yeah, but also you invested a top 10 pick into Michael Penix. Also, they benched Kirk Cousins after a win last year. That's how bad it was.
Hey, did you watch quarterback? I think quarterback says a lot about that situation. Now he might be fully healthy, ready to go. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't think we can sit here and say with 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, that Michael Penix is going to be the starter for all 17 games this year.
Well, I think that okay. Then I think that's fair because if they start off 0-4 or whatever, 0-4, 0-5, yeah, they're probably going to make that switch.
So you agree with me? Not 100% chance.
Yeah, in that context, yes.
I'm glad we agree. On that. Real quick, Ray McLeod tallied 6 games with 50-plus receiving yards. Great for a wide receiver 3. If Darnell Mooney comes back and is decent from his injury, this is a decent wide receiver room too. Decent running back room. Tyler Algier is a great number 2 option.
Elite tight end.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Algier. I was like, what? Yeah, Kyle Pitts. I have way more of him in fantasy than I'd like to admit. It's going to come down to the defense. The draft picks that you pick up, are they going to be worth anything? I'm seeing here you have 2 guys without PFF grades that are going to be projected starters on this defense. I don't have them winning the division. I actually have them in 3rd. But I am really interested to see how this defense plays out. I think that's what this is contingent on. I would love to see Cousins.
Speaking on the defense, they finished 29th in defensive DVOA last year, so it's no surprise they spent every single draft pick besides the 7th rounder on that side of the ball. They traded up for James Pierce from Tennessee, defensive end. I think he'll be pretty good. It does come down to the defense, but it also comes down to, I hate to do this, Kyle Pitts returned to his Pro Bowl form of his rookie year. He hasn't topped 700 yards in 3 years. It's always been what if. Well, all I've heard this offseason is him and Michael Penix have a great connection on and off the field. They're going to be looking at him early and often. We'll see. And I also have concerns about Michael Penix's health. He had some serious injuries in college. I don't know how much this Falcons O-line is going to hold up. I know their right tackle, Caleb McGarry's already out for the year. That was his blind side since he's a left-handed guy. So that was his blind side tackle that's already gone for the year. I think it's a significant loss. I think that hurts their run game as well as their pass protection, and I think it's too many unknowns. Penix has to be good immediately. The rookie edge rushers in the defense have to have an instant impact. I think it's a lot more likely that Penix takes a small step forward and not a huge leap, and this Falcons team is – I've got them third in the division. I've got them 6-11. They missed the playoffs.
Connor, real quick, you make a great point. They go out and they get Jake Matthews, left tackle. Oh, wait a second. You're investing in left tackle when your quarterback's left-handed? Seems a little suspicious. I know a quarterback that's right-handed that's on the roster.
I love it.
I think this just boils down to, I think the defense it's the defense plus. We don't know what Michael Penix is. We have no idea what we're getting out of him. Yeah, we have a 2-game sample size. How can we say, oh yeah, that's what we're getting out of Michael Penix guaranteed? He also went against two horrible defenses in those games.
To be completely fair, though, we've seen 4 seasons of Baker Mayfield, and we can't really completely say what are we getting out of Baker Mayfield either.
Yes and no. I agree, yes, that Baker's a bit of a roller coaster, but we have seen 2 very consistent seasons with Baker now.
Okay.
That's like saying you don't know what you're getting out of Kirk Cousins when he was on the Vikings.
I think we know. Comparing Baker
no,
and Kirk,
no, that's the exact same thing.
That's a little different.
No,
what do you
it's
mean?
not.
You know you're getting
Him
from
and
Kirk.
Baker's stats are very similar during their times with the Bucs and the Vikings.
I think we know what we're getting from Kirk this year. A lot of headshot, a lot of headset shots
of
on the
clipboard
sideline,
holding,
helping
or
coach
tablet
up Penix.
holding now.
That's mean, guys.
Clean jersey.
That's mean.
Clean jersey.
ACL
And
injury.
then like a last-second trade when a team's desperate and think they can make the playoffs. Maybe to like the – it would be very fitting if he went to the Colts to end his career.
That would be.
That does seem kind of right.
He
Matt
followed
Ryan
the
did.
path
Carson
of
Wentz has
guys
been
that
there.
couldn't actually win the big game. Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers,
Fitzpatrick.
Kirk Cousins. Yeah, that's
White.
Damn.
That's perfect for him. Anyhow,
So none of us have the Falcons winning the division. I've got them 6-11, missed the playoffs.
none of us have him in the playoffs, huh?
Nope.
No, not this year.
Yeah,
I think it takes a little more time than
I don't
this for
think that's
Michael
going to
Penix.
go over too well.
I don't think
okay.
so either, but it's the right answer.
That's okay. All right. Well, Falcons, we're all out on them. I have them 7-10.